What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode with AB Investments. Hopefully you're having a great day. I mean, it's wonderful to see your favorite and our truly favorite stock being up 20 some percent on the day, while the rest of the market was entirely red. Of course, some green here and there, but mostly it was an AMC day. So with that being said, do you see where a couple days ago, when the sentiment was everything said but done, I personally was, I made that video, and literally, like, we had the entire community, the yes vote crowd was all celebrating and happy and like, yeah, that's it, this, and then so that's to be expected anyways. But then even many of the people that's on the no side to this all this shenanigans, many of them already declared it a checkmate. Many, and you know who they are. You can go back and fact check them. Like, you know who they are. And I want something like when I made that video a couple days ago saying, hey, it's not checkmate. It's not too late. Don't ever be wary and watch out for anybody that's pushing out any of these narratives that it's already a checkmate. It is never a checkmate, or it's never over until the process is fully complete and go through. And even then, I even went up above and beyond. Even then, it's still not a checkmate, because even if the process goes through, you still have an opportunity or the decision to make, basically, to hold for. Even if you don't think it's going to be a MOAS afterwards, you still can hold for the long-term aspect of things, which is when there are going to be run-ups, just fundamental run-ups, because just nothing can stay down for that long, especially if they're profitable and all put the debts on the side, even if the debt is being tackled and they're paying it. But if all is paid, in the same time, the most important aspect is being profitable, making money. And the markets can never be just in a bear market the whole lot forever. So even if you're playing the long-term deal, it's, again, never checkmate until you accept it or you make it so. You are the person in control of the moves here. And if you put yourself in a checkmate position, you did. Not the chessboard that got you there. It's you who got yourself there. And I want you to be afraid again, or be worried about these individuals that you let inside your circle, because a true investor, a true trader does not trade with these emotions. And I always told you guys this, that the other side is going to do their best to get to you, to bluff you out of your position. So what's the best way for them? They're not just going to play nice ball. I mean, we all know that they're definitely not playing nice ball. So it's important to see that if the content creators who wants to, even whether yes or no content creators, everybody wants to play rock star. And that's very dangerous and unfortunate, because you gotta watch out that this is not necessarily about a single person or anything, even though many people are making it so. You gotta remember that this is a whole movement. All for one for all. That's just the way I personally see it, and I know many of you see it that way as well. So when many of them went down and said checkmate and blah blah blah, guess what? Today, at late last night and after hours, and today, they all are like, yes, we are coming back. Look, and they're changing their narrative and jumping back on the bandwagon of the community. I'm not saying go ahead and lynch people and go against people, but this is a lesson to be learned to many people. This is not celebrating early. This is literally just showing each and single one of you what are the essence of this movement. What is it built on? It's not just necessarily because right now everything looks bad, that means it's over. Just because you're down 10 points and there is 55 seconds left on the clock, that does not mean you already have lost the game. There's still 55 seconds on the clock. So with that being said, I want to give you guys a narrative before I make the next video, which is about the buyout possibilities and all that stuff and why is it good for AMC. However, here's the deal. The most important thing I want everybody to remember. Now we are pushed until April 27th. Look at the cost to borrow levels that we are at and all this. So basically, people, I need you to keep thinking in the back of your head. It's much cheaper for any short to cover their positions here than to continue to borrow shares or to continue to short. Why are they not covering at these levels? Again, you see the cost to borrow around the 400 and the 500% on average. Some is even like the max is like what, in the thousands of percent, 1,000%. Man, it's circling all around. Let that sink in. So whoever is borrowing to continue to short this thing, or whoever wants to short this thing, basically, gotta pay that. And that percent of cost to borrow affects the margin requirements that these people on, especially when they invest in the entire market, is also going in the red. And this is why these unknown sources out there have made sure that the major indexes like the SPY, which tracks the SP 500, and the Dow and the NASDAQ did not drop drastically. Like if we had a SPY down 2% day, 1.5% or 2% day, do you know how much more that's catastrophic to the other side? Because that's positions that they're also in out there and throughout the rest of the market while they're still short on AMC. Point of the matter is, still, this more so than ever should prove to many of the people, and again, this is my hypotheticals given to you. I am no financial advisor, neither are you. However, this should be a prime example to many of you to show that there are no shares out there for them to cover with. They can't cover with synthetics. They can't take a synthetic and return it to the lender, the broker that, or whoever lent the shares out to them. They can't cover with synthetics. This is why they need us. This is why they want you to be bluffed out of your position and give up and sell your shares. I'm not going to tell anybody to sell, buy, hold, do whatever. I've said my plan personally. And you are to do your own. I speak my opinion on my own personal investment. And most of these other guys, you got like, who come out and, wishy-washy, who jump on this train. The next thing you know, they jump on this. Like, that's something to be worried about. And in the same time, not lynch them, but hold them accountable. I would expect them themselves to be held accountable. And in the same time, say, you know what? I need to own up because this is dangerous. It's not about me. This is dangerous. I need to make sure that if I don't know something, I don't get emotionally involved in it, and I don't go ahead and try to reach for new heights for personal gain on the backs of others. That's the most important thing. So the door is always open for all to come in. Nobody says no, the no crowd or the yes crowd. Everybody knows AB does not like division and any of this stuff. But if you actively want to either hurt the community or the movement or be against it, that's a you decision. I'm not dividing you from us. You're deciding to divide, and you want to divide yourself and take many along with you. Sounds ironic, right? On the grand scheme of things. So remember, from now until the 27th, and perhaps even longer after, these people, these companies, these hedge funds need to survive in these waters that are that hot. We're not selling clearly for small peanuts on the like for that kind of being like the leftover fry in the bag. We're not giving up any of our shares. The company don't have shares to give them. This is why they're so thirsty to go for this whole issuing new shares. Yeah, you need to settle your debt, right? It's kind of like scratch my back, I scratch yours, but not on our backs. Let that sink in again. So this time period right here could be the time zone where they even try to push one other narrative where they will show you like, hey, April 27th, this is the deadline. Because a lot of people, again, they're so emotionally involved. I don't know what changed over the past 2.5 years. But it's okay. We're here. I can't say nothing. Not that it's everybody is like that, but I see it around. I see the cracks. I see the people who are either been tired or whatnot. Put your comment in the comment section. If you're tired or fatigued, let me know in the comment section, so I know that I'm not only seeing one or two or three people. I want to probably get a bigger understanding, because I have no fatigue over here, and I'm not bringing anything down on anybody. Not that, you know, you're by saying you're fatigued or what. Everybody's situation is different. So put down, because we gotta synthesize with the rest of the community. You know, the rest of the body of this community. We all have to be literally as one, in order for us to, you know, continuously react the right way. I mean, if your hand is hurting, and you know you're sitting and you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna worry about it, it's still gonna affect the rest of the body. You're gonna be constantly at no ease. You're always constantly gonna be thinking left and right, like I'm not thinking about anything else but my hand that's hurting. Moving on, till April 27th, you got these levels that we're in. They're not gonna get their no, or I'm sorry, they're not gonna get their settlement as of yet now. So the next stepping stone is April 27th. Anybody cracks in this time zone, they're factoring in. Remember what they put us through. They're using that against you. Don't let that be the way that they capitalize on this through to us or on us. Because I told you guys this narrative a long time ago, and maybe the OG subscribers in this family would remember this saying. This quote or this saying goes like this, and I created this, so I don't know. You must have not heard it anywhere else. If you starve a dog to death, all you have to do is throw them a bone, and they will jump and dance and do whatever it is you want them to do. So here's if you apply this saying onto us, our situation. What I mean by that is, they've been starving us for 2.5 years. Moass, and they've just been screwing us, doing all illegal stuff, shady stuff, whatever, you know, under God's, in God's earth, doing everything wrong to us, or the opposition of what we would want or expect or what we've been hoping for. And guess what? All they have to do, psychologically, this is what they're planning for. All they have to do is give you a rise where, for example, test you out and throw you like a bone, which is a simple rise, and then keep in the back of your head that April 27th is on the back end of your mind. You're gonna be like, I might as well get this and get back in after, and whatever. They're counting on this way of thinking. These people are diabolical. They can fabricate this whole thing. Look at Dogecoin. Elon changed it to this and everything, and it's the Twitter now is changed to the Doge and blah blah blah. Guess what? Lost all the gains that it gained since just this beginning of this week. So are they all on the same side? Are we against the whole system? You bet your ass we are. My humble opinion. We're not against just one entity. They are all on the same side, and all the sides are aligning. And if they can get away with a lesser loss than a bigger one, they will take it in a heartbeat and be happy and party about it as well. So let that sink into your back of your head. If anything happens, I'm not telling anybody what to hold to, what their rightful amount of evaluation of their investment is. Only you can value how much it is worth after all this wait, after all what they put you through, after everything. And then again, you still got to factor in the fact that you're not the only one holding and selling. So with all that stuff put in together, make your own decisions. Never lose a fight too early. Never celebrate too early. And with that being said, much love. I'll catch you guys on that next video about the possibility of buyouts and why that's a good thing. Much love, AV Investments.